Good morning, everybody. I hope you are survived the first winter. Don't worry. Second fall will be here probably by this weekend. And we'll be back outside enjoying warm weather, golfing, walking, running, whatever. It'll be here soon. Second winter will come after Thanksgiving. So, hey, we are in this series by faith and talking about taking steps of faith and sometimes we feel like small steps of faith, little things and things that God asks us to do, or maybe a small act of faith would be, serving in a ministry that you look at, you say that's a small act of faith, serving in some kind of ministry. And a big act of faith is, going on a missions trip, or even a big act of faith may be starting to tithe for the very first time, or giving beyond your tithe to the building fund or something like that. And we kind of compare small steps of faith to big steps of faith, and say, and we may even look at people and say, wow, they have greater faith than me because they're doing bigger things than I am. But I find something interesting in Scripture. There are two times when the Israelites, when they came out of Egypt and God led them to the promised land, there's two times in Scripture where they crossed over, that God parted waters, and they crossed over a body of water, and God parted the waters for them to get across. The first one was the Red Sea, a sea, huge body of water. The Egyptian army was upon them, coming on them, and God told Moses to put his staff in the water, and the water split, and they walked across and drowned them. So that's the first one. The second one is with Joshua. When Joshua was leading, it was the Jordan River, and it was at flood stage, so it was a big river. It's not a small river, it was a big river, and they crossed over God's part of the waters, and they crossed over. So two times. And in my mind, I look at the Red Sea as bigger than the Jordan River, because I say sea river, and I think that was a bigger miracle, and that was a bigger step of faith, and that was dynamic of what they did. And the Jordan River is cool, don't get me wrong, Jordan River's cool, but boy, that Red Sea. So that goes on in my mind. But it's interesting, in the Scripture, God tells them to build like the memorial stones, like an altar of a sense, a remembrance, after the Jordan River. But he doesn't tell them to do it after the Red Sea. He says, after the Jordan River, I want you to remember that what I did here at the Jordan River. And isn't that interesting? So going back to, taking steps of faith, no matter what the step of faith is, small or large, whatever it is, however you feel it's small or large in your mind, take that step. God's going to honor both of them. God's in both of them. God's going to direct both of them. God's going to lead in both of them. And God's going to be shown glorified in both of them in your life. So don't look down on, I'm just doing this. No, don't look down on that. And take that step and see what God does, and remember, like he told the Israelites to remember what he did. So hope you have a good day. Praying for you. Love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.